Hi, how are you? Good, thank you. How are you? Good, thank you. Just watching YouTube video by AoC Network. Proof the Antichrist has possessed many. So, this has come up for me off and on all day. The Antichrist thing. Snippets here, snippets there, snippets. And then when I was watching it, trying to work out what I could do to help against it, somebody that I believed was the Antichrist spirit or was possessed by the Antichrist spirit, appeared in my room. So I picked him up, psychotherapy in here, and he was like, saying, yeah, no, tried possessing a woman earlier, Kathy, she was uninspired, no good. And I thought, I put a little white dot on her forehead, and then they left. I remembered that, doing that. So I had to put the same dot on my forehead, and he said, yeah, well, we'll try her now, and so gave it a quick, no, can't even get in. That's close, yeah. Yeah, so it's actually a form of my legally estranged brother who wrote the Omen Damien books about. Are you kidding? No. Yeah, that's scary books. Yeah, scary family. Right. Anyway. So right. So the program specifically mentions CERN. If you regularly follow me either at home or on my blogs, you know CERN is a real problem. And they mentioned they're trying to make dimensional doorways. I thought they were still just working on making new universes, but apparently they're doing that as well, or they've moved from one to another or something. Maybe it's a timeshare space thing. Some part of the day they work on dimensions, and sometimes they work on making new universes. Maybe it's both together. Yeah. They shouldn't be doing either. It's horrible. They tried to wipe us all out. Right. Anyway. So there's two ways of looking at that, and maybe it depends on your timeline. Maybe it depends on your dimension. In a higher dimension, that stuff's already happened. So that would make sense that they're working on dimensions, wouldn't it? Freak me out, Terry. Yes, it would, Terry. Oh, right. Well, there you go. That makes sense. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Right. Speaking about dimensions, yeah. So that's supposed to be happening in Switzerland. In Switzerland. Anyway, so speaking about what else is on the program, mentioned two witnesses. I've never heard them called witnesses before. Apparently that's quite common, but two lampstands. Right. So I'm just like two witnesses, over and over and over again every time it's come up, and then they're saying two witnesses and it said two lampstands. I'm just right. See, the Holy Spirit, when I first read that bit, when I first read the book of Revelations in modern times, actually made me draw myself as a lampstand. Hard to forget that, because I wasn't able to draw at the time. Freak me out. See, you're picking this stuff up, which means you're one of the witnesses. Yeah. Well, a witness. I don't know whether I'm specifically one of those two mentioned witnesses. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, right. But picture yourself as a left head. You mean? Alright. So, dimensionally, right. So, I'm currently in the third dimension. I'm on the second dimensional Earth, which has just moved up to the third dimension. Right. I have been going between different dimensions, helping God the Creator and others have been asking me to help with that, and I wanted to as well. So out in the universe, some people thought that the Earth was actually hell and not a planet that was inhabited by many good and or holy and or enlightened and or meek ones, which in fact it is. So, Book of Revelation talks about evil ones being loosed from their prison, which is the abyss, which is the pit, so second dimensional, first dimensional. So they're talking about first dimensional Earth, which has come up to the second dimension now. And from what I can pick up, there's a Death Star, a false planet, which is also a weapon which is currently holding the Earth's position in the first dimension. That's handy. Yeah. Oh, there it goes. Well done there. Thank you. I've got it right. Did you get the good ones off? First good and holy and enlightened and meek ones off like usual? Yes. Thank you there. Right. So, are you Jesus' prophet who died at Switzerland? CERN? How do you know that? I was just reading something about the Antichrist and stuff. Was it Antipas? Jesus called you Antipas. Yeah. Got you free. Yeah, she's freaking us out too. Oh, hopefully it makes it be memorable, but hopefully for good things. Good, Terry. Good, thank you. Yes. I do like the Eminem song, Business. Let's get down to business. Can I get a witness? Hell yeah. I wrote that one, actually. Really? Yeah, it's a big one for me. That song. Witnesses are very important. Yes, they are. Yeah. Thanks. Oh, well, yeah, so it's a really good program, so watch it if you want. So, also, right, so, right. Mentions Nero as being maybe possessed by the Antichrist spirit, as some say, Roman leader, Nero. So, right. So you know how they go backwards and forwards through time, or at least, they try to. Yes, right. So Nero was the priest I had when I was a child, who claimed he was God while he was sexually abusing me, sexually torturing me, physically abusing, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually abusing me, and claimed that he was God while he was doing it, trying to turn me off God. Right. So his assistant priest, who also was Anglican Protestant, right? His assistant priest was that's him. Yeah. He's pretending to be an angel, by the way. That one is he? Yeah, he's an angel that looks like that. Right. Was Horror of Mammon, so prophet of Asherah, or Asherah himself, from the Old Testament, Baal and Jezebel. Right. Okay, so mentioned Adolf Hitler being the Antichrist. Adolf Hitler is Baal, the demon Baal, from, again, the Old Testament, Baal and prophets of Baal and all that stuff, have been possessed by Adolf Hitler, which some of you have seen when I was trying to put through stuff, and he was trying to come through my eyes. Sorry about that, by the way. That's all right. Yeah, so yeah, that stuff's really believable and something to be wary of and stuff. Yeah, I think a really good rule is don't actually worship anyone at the moment, because it's when you worship somebody, it leads to making them idols, which might make them principalities, and that's a stronghold of the enemy, foothold of the enemy, foothold of Satan. So if you're talking about whoever your god or goddess or Buddha or Christ or enlightened or good magic folk or angel or saint or whoever, well, I think you need love and respect for them, but avoid the whole kissing butt thing, because it's not good. Talk with whoever you pray to down in your heart that you can trust about it, and tell them what I said if you want to. But they're definitely looking to do that as a way of bringing people down from power, through pride, and making them a foothold of the enemy. I'll do that. Anyway, so thank you, Waynes. So really good program. I hope you watch it. And yeah, the mark of the beast. So yeah, they're really pushing that. Please don't think it's only a Christian thing. It's definitely not. It's they're trying to do it worldwide and in other dimensions too. So this affects us all, and it's even more important than ever to be good and or holy and or enlightened and or meek, and keep standing up for yourself and others who are good and or holy and or enlightened and or meek, and try not to stand up for those who aren't. Right? Stay away from them. Yeah, as much as you can, stay away from them. And don't forget to tell down in your heart, Terry's standard operating function, anything that you have against them, as it says in the book of Revelations, I have this against you, from which I think that finger comes from God. Past sins which they haven't repented for, which they might recommit, tell on them. If you don't want to think down to your heart to Terry's standard operating function, tell whoever you pray to that you can trust, but tell. So Terry's standard operating function, or God the Creator, or whoever, knows they have done these things, and that they shouldn't be trusted in certain positions, and that they need to be stopped, and people need to be warned about them, and all that stuff. If you don't tell them, no, they don't get stopped, right? They just keep flourishing, they keep getting blessed. They're so tricky, aren't they? Yeah. So I think telling them is really important. If you can't think of anything now, you see someone when you're out, you think, that's right, they did that to me. Tell. You're not doing anything, you're not thinking, something comes to your mind, you remember? Tell. Day or night, there's a reason why you're remembering that, and it could be because somebody else is about to be in danger from them. So you could actually save somebody. So please tell. Right? And I'll tell you again, this is really important. Don't eat meat. Don't drink blood. Don't take communion.